Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
Right.
Oh, alright, we're in the Palisade Gate. I thought Stalgars were unpleasant creatures.
Hail, Estramore.
Another fugitive from the burning city. 6 tribes of Erglonfoth welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You're free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estramorn. Why is it forbidden? Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the work of the builders. It's the only place in all of Erglonfoth where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Estramorn, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. Or to trigger something in your memory, you see an image of a perfect cube of Audra. Just as quickly the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only Anamenfath Bethwell is present. She has her own troubles. Why don't you tell me about it? City is sacred to all Glanfithins, the place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures. From sacred cities divided into 4 districts: Hearthsong, the Comms District, Old Song, the site of our temples, Elms Reach, home of Delimgan and Druids, and the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Hearthsong. This is Hearthsong. Yeah, it's where they all gather together. That way's the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glanfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. Temples. Noonfrost, dedicated to Rimgrand. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived to oversee it. And the Nest, a temple of Hylia, and Galawain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the Hunter God. Route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Talking about Elms Reach. Tir Evron, one of the only towers of the builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the work of the builders. 2 Delimgan sisters dwell there now. Hall of Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it Anamfoth Simok of 3 Tusks Stelgar is there now. Elms Reach is also where the druids keep their halls. Ovate to the Golden Grove and the Ethig Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of Ethig Knoll, but High Ovate Arona is just as powerful in her own way. Anything about the Burial Isle? The place where Anamfoth are laid to rest among stone, placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the Anamoth linger there still. Waylights the Old Song. They have weird words. Haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. Oldest of the 6 tribes. Up the stairs into the passage of the 6th, where they gather. Bethwell, the Anamenfath, the Guided Compass can tell you more. Who are the builders? The Angwithins. Alright. Keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears. The riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Oh, really? Oh, it's open again. Cool.
Never been out this way before. Hard to believe it's the same country.
Sure, they saw the man break into Tir Evron. I speak true. He commanded strange powers. Another foreigner. Did he look like this one?
What brings you here?
What's Tir Evron? Stood since the time of the builders. It will stand long after we're all gone. Tower stands strong. Gods live within its sacred hall. No place for unclean souls or foreigners. The man you spoke of? Whoa. Strange man, a foreigner broke into Tir Evron, the tower into the giant elms. Can now walk the grounds of Elms Reach. Why was he allowed to pass? This one was unseen, wielded a strange power. So he's one of the Leaden Key. So the gods live here. The mysteries of our ancestors are not for every foreigner to understand. In Twin Elms, in the temples of the builders, the gods commune with us. Huh. Lots of rangers. At least these Glanfothans aren't trying to gut me. But everything looks like it's stealing. Come to study our mathematics. I have good maths. Slowly blinks away. What is this? Oh, this is the market. Alright, so we might take a look around this whole area itself. And then maybe head back to Defiance Bay to try to finish up those quests that we have for it. I planned on proceeding with Twin Elms. I assumed the city would open up later, but if we can get it done now. Alright. Golden name. 2 golden names right there. This one's not.
Builder's wisdom to you.
I hold here the best hides. Hides so thick the Stelgar cannot claw through. What's your trade? Bear it on my skin. I sell hides from every one of Gallowayne's beasts. Alright. I think I had something to sell too. I can't remember though. Doesn't look like it. I can't remember. I kind of feel like there was something that I forgot about that I meant to mention at the start of this one when I started it, but I can't remember.
Many blessings, traveler.
Heard a good blade has a voice, sings to its wielder. Tell me about your craft. My weapons speak for themselves. Every man and woman in this market knows my worth. Even that Tom I bear the knowledge my father held. Take up one of my blades, hold a weapon 5 generations in the making. They say I should not waste such fine weapons on Estromorn. I say a good weapon lying on the rack is a true waste.
Many blessings, traveler.
Alright, so we got an interesting, superb club. Cool looking flail. 30% of grazes are converted to hits. That's pretty good. And attacks can stun on crits. Huh. Inflicts disorienting for 5 seconds on every hit. Plus 20% attack speed. That's pretty good. My stuff's better at this point, but that is pretty good. Exceptional plate armor. Curdred Pames. Oh, that's not very good. Lost Meadow Mail. Plus 1 endurance. Okay, so it gives you a little regen, but that's pretty slow regen. And some perception. That's just to make sure there's nothing important in any of these boxes. Your trade. Life is simple. Make a poor tail, tend the gardens, and my herd. Alright. He's got some supplies.
Hail, Estromor.
Welcome, foreigner, welcome. I've got what you seek. Always come here. Come see, we're here to help you. Yes, we are. The Fisher Crane tribe serves your people. Urgent potions, tinctures. If you seek it, I have it. Okay, and she got potions, drugs, and some ingredients. Just her apprentice.
What brings
and
you
then
here?
There's this guy. Dulcanale. That one's a blunderbuss. A nice mace. A fireball staff. That's pretty cool. They just have dragon eggs for sale. Ebony spider figurine. Well, these two don't have figurines.
Yeah.
If we have 6, we could summon just so many things to fight for us. I did have that horn, but I couldn't use it anymore. Oh yeah, I think I sold off those 2 grimoires I've been keeping around. It was a hassle to keep them anyway. I probably should have just put them into my my stash. I'm not sure where they are. Alright. I'm not seeing, like, people around here. Ooh, a tabby cat snaps out of its placid stupor as you approach, opens its eyes wide, following your every step before trotting to your side to rub against your legs. Okay, I got a new pet. Might as well take that out. Because, to be honest, I wasn't using it that much. I've already basically exhausted all the good stuff out of it. Alright, is this the central place, or is this an inn? Given its size, I would assume it's an inn, but given its area in the city, it could be a place where all of the elders gather. It's the Passage of the Six. It is the elder place.
Another Estromor. What do you want?
Looking for another who passed through the city.
You Estromoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious.
Something happened recently?
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city.
Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. Continues to glare at you as someone has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to
Permitting more
you.
strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go.
A vision of an Orland man appears near Bethwool. He has the same green-bound fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them, he points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shape of 5 other Anamfatha, another Orland with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black Fridolin, and 2 elves. Other Orland. Is your idea of a joke? You're kind of no sense of subtlety. War. They're headed for war. Remind them of Feralt's warning. Seek the soul of an older Orland Anamfath with your eyes hovering right next to you. Try to tell them the Builder's soul had touched even the
You'd
Estromorn.
better explain yourself.
Builder's souls have touched even the Estromorn.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not
Watcher of
unless
souls. Yeah.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the Builders as we do. He also believed the Builders' souls had spread
with the
to
deer
all
wood warning is
while
more relevant than
Feralt's
ever.
words were shrewd. They were ignored back then. Simply remember.
Image of a polished altar cube flashes in your mind. There's writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read. Enamenfath turns away from you, looks to the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter.
Another
That's the problem.
Estromor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat.
Sounds like the man I came here to
won't
stop.
repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin.
Again, see the cube in the cornerstone of your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. Feel your lips form words. A gift from the Builders of civilization, to the Guardians their legacy. May the Guardians watch the door while the Builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? Feralt's words may indeed be
Very
true.
well. The city is yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed kind of Deus Ex Machina-y for how I got through, but whatever. Wait a second.
What brings you here?
What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? We speak of Lanfath and matters be gone. Still your heart, not forget where you stand. In the house of our ancestors, and the 6 tribes we commune as one people. Ancestors will forgive me, my brother, when I clean away the shame from his name, and from the taints brought our tribe. What happened to your brother? Brother Fjorm is the greatest hunter, set out on a blood hunt, but hasn't returned, and now Arthwin, that puny liar, claims my brother. Arthwin belongs to another tribe. He's the hunter that competed against Fjorm during their blood hunt. Arthwin claims Fjorm is exiled himself, deciding to not return to Twin Elms. Exiled in shame for losing to him during the blood hunt. Can you believe this liar? Even though he's returned to the Giant Stugger's Fang as proof, it's hard to believe Fjorm would have failed to kill the prey first. Cannot claim that yet, not until the Animath judge the trial. If he lies, I'll find the truth and clean my brother's name. Blood hunt. Prove our worth in a blood hunt. Set out to stalk prey. Always a dangerous creature. We hunt it as pairs to bond, as Glenfathan as one, not as enemies. 2 hunters, 2 tribes, 1 spirit. Our way isn't to lie. We don't betray our brothers and sisters for our own gain. Blood hunt between your brother and Arthwin has broken the communion of our tribes. Not digging this wound until you can claim the truth. Perhaps our customs appear strange to you, but despite what you now see, we Glenfathan hold our bonds sacred. Can't tear a hero, my brother's fate remains unknown. You must let me go. To judge Arthwin and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. Before the end of Fatha, only an impartial voice can speak. You mean to involve this one? Listen to me now. Returned with proof your brother did not come back. The tribes are split. Something must be done. This one is known to speak the truth. Mr. Mark can look into this without risk contention between your tribes. Right in claiming this, the Anamfatha would agree to listen. There's no union between you and our tribes. Went to the North Weald Forest beyond the Old Song Pass. Didn't expect help, do anything, no more, but there's fate, clean the stain. Still on our tribe. I hate the whole tribal honor system that so many things actually, in reality, abide by. Where honor is a word that they don't really define. They just use it as kind of a cudgel to keep people in line. And to stick to their weird, freaky traditions. People are kind of nuts. Okay, I want to finish. I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything else of value up there, but I do want to take a look, just to make sure. antelope. Children. She'll pay that wage. She'll either, if you come to trade with the savages, learn from my example, take your business elsewhere. Liars, cheaters, swindlers. Oh man, claim to be selling Ergola flower buds. All I have is now 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. Nothing of substance. Defended herself, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will value my word over hers. Lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. What do you intend to do when I get my hands on? When the savage's home court switch my word against hers, where does that leave me? Be fool to threaten her on tribal soil. Cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin. I am powerless to confront her. I don't suppose if you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. Let's see what I can do.
Hello.
Alright. So he's a ingredient person. Oh, right. I didn't mean to do that. Twin Elms, neutral. Let's not do that again. So, celestial sapling? Not sure what that is. Come on up, I pull up. That isn't one of the places. It must be like a small self-contained area. Not sure what it is. Oh, that's the name of a inn. You're the one he's looking for. You killed Lord Raedric. What if I did? Don't understand, it didn't work. I'm one of the guards at the keep. Was one of the guards. He's killed most of them. Kolsky didn't last very long. Nothing but empty air. Him. Nice enough to work for. Much nicer, but that didn't help him. When Raedric came back, his eyes was like he was burning inside. He says he's come back to lead us like before. Says he's going to kill you for what you've done. Told him I'd find you, give you his challenge, do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go. I kept on running as far as my coin let me. Funny, me running into you anyhow. Suppose you have some kind of trap waiting for me back there. Me and the poor fools Raedric threw off the ramparts. I haven't got a thing to do with him. Begging your pardon, I'd rather keep as far from you as I can manage. Just gonna sit here and drink till I don't remember a thing. Oh, that's great. So I gotta go back there and fix the problem again. They just have ogres around
Well
here.
met, friend.
Well, that's not what I was trying to do. What is this? Whisper of treason. Charms people.
Gods keep you.
Who are you? Always glad to see new faces. Right time at the place. Founded the inn many years ago. In many ways, its tales begin much earlier. Returning from a long journey. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. Sky was troubled. That night, many stars falling. One of those stars plummeted instead towards Eora. Fell here, striking a young tree, burying itself within it like a fiery heart. But the tree survived. It grew and grew and grew. Twice as big as its fellows. And so we made an inn out of it. Have a moment.
Gods keep you.
Good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Learning firsthand the many shortcomings of Glenfathan hospitality. Can almost forgive the hostility toward outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks inexcusable. Hope I don't seem too forward. I need to help my friends. You look like the right person for the job. Which is to say, you're not Glenfathan, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally. Allies, they help each other, do they not? Who are you? Where do I leave my ambassadorial manners? Gwyneth, pleasure to meet you. For the time being, I'm just another Estromor man minding her own business. What help do you need? Friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Glenfathan scouts, the Fangs, they're a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example. I need someone to warn the expedition trouble's coming, and I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. What'd they do? Setting foot near Glenfat's a good way to offend the tribes. Didn't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts. What with the rest of them? My turn to handle far patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. Knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right through the expedition. So she ran. Notice my warning. We'd have been overrun, but if they notice me and some reinforcements, like, say, you, at least we can scare them off. Mission of Reclamation. Okay, so, yeah, they're grave robber, or they're looters. Friends are trespassing by local custom, they're criminals. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not going to kill them. Unless they give me no option. They're in Northfield, it looks like.
Yeah.
As requested.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, this guy. Met another monk in robes like your own. Died of wounds right as I found him. Robes like ours. Was he carrying something? Tell you anything? He gave me this missive. Hand me that. This is of great importance. My brethren, the Archmater, has sent a word. At long last, we now have what we need. Honest souls to be applauded. I admit it was surprised when you handed me the message. Expected the seals to be broken. Glad to see common decency is not yet lost. Here, your honesty must be rewarded. Nice. Liminal Spaces is done. Got an ethereal cloak helmet. It's like ghostly visage. Cool. Alright, let's head back down. I don't plan on fighting these Glanfathans. This is their territory. They have their rules and laws. I frankly don't think that murder for trespassing is a proportionate response, but definitely sending an enforcement to take care of the rabble-rousers. I can understand that. Still, the rest of the city's forbidden. I come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. Always too cozy with the Estremore and go then. Mind your step around the sacred stones. Okay, so I can go to all of those places now. Okay. I guess we'll go up here then. And then I think I should speak with that leader woman, see if I can tell her about this expedition, and maybe end this non-violently pretty soon. Just a home down there. Got a glowy pedestal. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. I knew most of it, and then the end of it sounded wrong. Hard bargain. Wait, isn't that the same woman that I just met at the other place?
Right.
Oh, right, yeah, the nobleman sent me here. Suspected Bernardo to employ someone on his behalf. Surprised to see it's you doing his bidding. Does the presence of my armed entourage concern you? You're expecting the defense of the shopkeeper. Alari raises her die-strained hand just as one of the guards begins to lurch forward. Stillness. Give the Estremore a chance to speak. Not their wooden beasts here. Hospitality reigns. Envoy of the violence. Speak the message you were sent to deliver. Here for his money. What else do they value more than coin? Fisher Crane tribe has courted the soil for generations. Does he believe these herbs grow like weeds? Deal's been done. He has the spoils of our harvest. Cannot reunite the Valen with his coin anymore. We can put the Elard Gola leaves back on the stem. I want to hear your side of the story. Purchased from me several bushels of it, for he paid a high price, but did so willingly, seeing as a bargain right as he handed me the copper. After our trade, he spit his venom, accused me of trickery, a fraud, claiming I delivered withered likeness of it, not the genuine root. Such nerve, for in truth, he's beyond the help. His old bow isn't firm enough for a full draw. No amount of him will give him the spear of a young hunter. Okay, so it's an aphrodisiac is what it is. Fairy tale was made. Now Renato objects, angry that his withered family plows beyond herbal remedies. That's a nice way of dancing around your words here. Never sold anyone a remedy I knew to be false. What kind of punishment do you have in mind? Slander his host, making him no longer a guest. A merchant must vanish from the Twin Elms, but his hospitality must be observed always, to be given a chance to leave on his feet before he bleeds on his back. Tell him if he does not leave. Alright. Tell him his faulty member will end in a cage, just like the black beetle. Just like this black beetle, food for our birds. Deliver the message.
Yeah.
Alright. I figured that noble was just stirring up trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, last home is here.
Hail, Estremor.
Welcome to my home, healer and guide. Tell me about yourself. Looks to call me a wise woman, a term of respect, I'm sure, but it makes me feel my years. I'm an herbalist and healer, helping with the delivery of children, making remedies for those in pain. Well, he does. I ought not to have let my friend's daughter name him. Name is long and rather silly. Short version is Beaker. Huh.
I'll give it a try.
She'll probably
at
be
least,
relevant at
as
some point.
requested.
Alright, so I'm going to go talk to the noble, and then I'm going to try to talk to the leader here, see if I can tell them about this expedition thing. The goal is to avoid bloodshed, as opposed to actually getting these people what they want.
Good day, stranger.
Giving this beetle in a cage for use. She said your problem would end in the same place if you continued your stay in Twin Elms. Shove that beetle in her fetid mating hole. That's pleasant. Her and her face-painting thugs will pay for this insult. Reaches out to strike the cage out from your hands. Command him to stop. Your booming voice halts him mid-swing. He backs away from you for a moment, terrified of your presence. Quickly regains his bravado. Maticho shouts out of his lungs. Savage, filthy animal. His city will burn. I'll kill you. The tip of an arrow gleaming red protrudes from his throat. Oh, come on. Drops to his knees, spurts of blood flowing down his chest. Look up, notice an archer approaching the scene. Not our custom to tolerate squabbles between Estremorn. Faint something with a smile across her lips. I'm sure you understand. Before you can reply, she walks away, moving with confident strides. I mean, okay. That seemed a little excessive and kind of weird, but okay. I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of the Glanfathans. I haven't had many nice encounters with them, and while these ones you can apparently get along with a little bit, I still don't really trust them.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell her anything. Let's just hope I can peacefully deal with this robbery situation. Okay, let's go finish up this little side quest thing. Then head off to Defiance Bay.
Yeah.
Won't trouble you anymore, he's dead. Not surprised given his behavior thus far. Death of a merchant could bode poorly for trade. Still it's settled and no longer darken our market.
Huh?
Who woke the stars? Glenfathan astronomers predicted Lover's Tide, destroyed Andre's gift, took many of their instruments and notes and hid them out of fear they might be captured. Decades after, the tribes recovered the work. Unfortunately, all of the original astronomers had died. Two Valen Dukes have offered a reward for anyone who can help crack the cipher. Let's send her. I mean, she's literally a cipher. If anyone can do it, it should be her, right?
Sure.
Okay, so, two things that I need to do. I think it's Iron and Flame. Okay, so yeah, Crucible Keep is where I have to go for that thing. So first, let's go to Copper Lane. I guess the city has stopped burning. Is the whole thing a mess now? Am I gonna have to re-explore everything? I'm gonna need to deal with that vampire first. I've been waiting for quite a while to end his threat. Well, the group that's normally over here is gone. Let's see what else is going on. If anything. Merchants are all here. And the knights still seem okay. Right, catacombs. Now, I don't know where they are. Hello? Killed my beloved, this will not stand. What are you talking about? Dana and I were to be wed, you will pay for your insolence. Do I know this dude?
Wait.
They had no idea what they were getting into.
I'm here.
Huh?
I have no idea who that guy was. Maybe, I think he was one of the,
Sure.
pretty sure Dana was a Domental, actually. When I went through their entire estate like a scythe and just massacred everyone, I think her name was among them. Killing her probably resulted in that. He might have been connected to a quest you could get if you were working with the Domentals, which I, of course, was not. I'm not even sure how people go about initiating work with them. Okay, so they're down here somewhere. They could be anywhere. I'm thinking there's a reasonable possibility that they're over here in that abandoned campsite. Nope. Could be up there where that necromancer is, but I get the feeling that spot needs to stay open in case you don't do that quest until like this point. What they might be. They have surprised me with their positioning before. Whoop. Found him.
Elmes metu.
I think I found him. Daroth Greymalt. Yeah, he's a vessel. They're all vessels. I can't even remember. Are they resistant to ice at all? Now let's just shred them like an ice. Like a scythe. Like an ice? What am I even saying?
To my friends.
Alright, anything that's still alive is not by much. Oh, that thing's still alive.
I'm here.
Nice. Well, they were extremely weak. That's what we call an absolute massacre. But hey, that's the last of the second tier quests, I think it is. He has 4 tiers, and I think we are now capable of getting to everywhere on the map that any bounties could possibly be. So I might be able to just knock the rest of those out. First, of course, I want to finish the White March thing. Of course, there is the last bounty for the White March, which I'm going to wait till I'm maxed out before going after that, or at least max level. But pretty much, it's going to be a while before I actually go ahead and try to do that. Those guys were so freaking strong, and I get the feeling Cragholt is sort of the same. I might be wrong about that. It's possible I'm just going to make Cragholt way easier for myself. Guess we'll see once I get there. So as I recall, there were 2 things I had to do with this. I had to bless it first, but then there was something else. Man, this series has been going on so much longer than I thought it would.
Huh?
Not that that's a thing I'm regretting or anything like that. I just didn't expect it. I thought it'd be much shorter than it is.
Sure.
Hold on, let me speak to Leader Boy up here. City falling down on our heads. Those fools and dozens attack us in the street. I'd like to hang every last one of them. Okay, so tensions are still high, is basically what I'm hearing. Bless the Forge Hammer. For a moment, nothing happens, then you hear the distant ring of hammers striking anvils, tens, then hundreds, and thousands all in unison. The Forge Hammer suddenly flares with light, the chorus of hammering fades away, you retrieve the hammer, though its appearance hasn't changed, it feels heavier. Bless it at the Shrine of Magrin. That's right. And hey, look, we're leveling up. Greater lay on hands. Yeah. Sure. So that puts me up at max. I'm still going to do every quest that I can, even if I hit max XP. Because 1, there's loot rewards, but 2, that's just how I am, right? I bought the game for the purpose of playing it. So I might as well do everything that I can do with it. Some people might see that differently, but I don't. Alright, to Magrin's Fork. Now that said, while I like completing stuff, these last soulbound upgrades that I've been seeing, most of them, or at least the equipment that I picked up from that pirate guy, the belt and the hat, those ones seem simple enough, and like they'll just happen on their own. But I'm not going to worry about Steadfast. I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to put forth a bunch of extra effort just to try to get that thing upgraded. If it happens, it happens. Place it on the shrine. The temperature around you begins to rise for you long. You feel as though you're standing in front of an open forge. Hammer begins to glow red hot. Suddenly, the ground near the shrine erupts into columns of living fire, flame blights. In the sky, a winged shape dive towards you, smoke trailing from their wide open jaws. Those are a bunch of greater flame blights. You know, it'd be a real shame if someone just, like, raked them all. Oh, hey, Drakes. Yeah, if something awful like this were to happen. And retreat. Okay. Yeah, you guys go ahead and kill that Drake first. Flame blights shouldn't be that bad.
This isn't working.
Got most of them. Let's have Durance fire that. You guys try to get it out. Oh, it's dead. Yeah, alright, there we go.
Hey.
Alright, is the hammer finished, though? When did I get that? Or that? Is a pet? It is a pet. I don't remember getting either of those. Oh, I forgot about that thing, too. Okay, so, Iron and Flame. Okay, and then just return. Nice. Right, and Raedric. I forgot about that already. I should deal with that before I actually forget. So we're going to deal with this first. Then I'm going to head back to Caed Nua, turn in the last bounty, pick up the next batch of them. And then grab some rest, and I'll see where we are from there. I wish the load times didn't take so long. It's not an insanely long time, but it's more than I would like, and especially with the amount of area transitions that you have to do, it does really grate on you. So Raedric's back from the dead, somehow. I don't know how he managed that. Sounds like he killed his cousin. Hand over the hammer. Could have warned me about the flame blights and the Drake. The what now? Nothing in the ritual mentioned any of that. Here's your hammer. If it summons anything else, it's your problem. Okay, magic hammer, do your thing. Might be a bad idea. Don't use the hammer. Why not? You went through all the trouble. Now you're changing your mind? I know it, you know it. Even if this works, you'll only be able to live with the knowledge you were allowed to stay in the temple only because you cheated. You're probably right. Take this. One of the first things I made didn't turn out truly terrible. It's not much. You should get something. Unlabored blade. Okay.
How may I help?
Everyone else except Kuthlor is just leveled up. Nah, we'll give him athletics, so that he's at least a little more useful in those encounters. One level 9 spell. Summons a scintillating wall of varied colors that inflicts varied damage and afflictions. Shock damage, corrode damage, burn damage, raw damage. You can petrify people, dominate, or paralyze them. That's messy. So that's like a pierce damage retaliation, when people hit you, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't like the Grimoire imprints. Oh, the black bow. And leaves them terrified. Oh, that's what those guys down in, those pirates that we were fighting with the Cypher as their leader, that's what their illusionists use and then fire at us. It jumps from person to person, the shots do, and they terrify them too. You know what, let's take it. This is his last level up. He could take a level 4, sure.
How may I help?
So he only has... Oh, no. 9 and 10. He doesn't get any of those. But he is at max, right? He is. Odd. Huh. With their flesh from skin to bone. Yikes. Cause victims' bodies and souls to rapidly dissolve, doing raw damage to enemies caught in the path. Raw damage destroyed on an accuracy versus reflex. Summons an animated greatsword, pike, and warbow. That could be helpful. This one doesn't look like it does enough damage, is the thing. For as long as it takes to get out, it could be nasty, but I think a high tier summoning is probably better. Okay. So he already has the adventurer one. He already has two-handed weapon style. Give him superior deflection. Yeah, see, that's a pretty massive drop to attack speed for just 8 deflection, which won't make a big enough difference for anyone ever. Reflexes, fortitude, and will. 2 quick item, 1 move speed, and 5 defense when disengaging. Weapon change, recovery. That could be handy. Minus 20% melee attack speed plus 5 damage reduction bypass. That's like nothing. Wow. With any damaging attack? That's pretty nice. Yeah, let's take that. Now we can just shoot people and basically
Following your lead.
endlessly stun them. Bonus knockdown. Yeah, we can give him that. Sword and Arquebus. Holy Radius. Don't like that one. I don't like much of what he has. Adventurer, that's for an S-Stock. Flail, Wand, and Warbow. That one's for a Scepter and a Rod. But that gives him a bonus with the S-Stock, which I think he uses more when it really comes to actual combat. At least that's the one that matters more. Wow, this is already done. Got that constellated cloak, I suppose. Wait, did something else happen? Oh, taxes.
Huh?
Alright. So, everyone's now max level except Kuthlor, and he should level up probably, I would assume, next episode. I don't know how much XP we'll get from stuff, but he's the only one that needs to level up now, and then we'll be at max. Once we hit that, I'll probably run around doing all those bounties, and then I might try to do the last 2 side things that I know of so far. Which are just that last bounty over there, that terrifying bounty, and Cragholt. Because we won't be getting stronger as far as, like, levels go from this point on. Which is kind of sad. I don't understand that. If there's more experience to be had, why cap it?
Last thing the deer would need.
Especially because that Cypher that leads those pirates is level freaking 21. How is it fair that they outnumber us so much and are higher levels? And have just the most absurd defenses. Those backstabbers, they have a deflection of over 140. That's why they're so hard to hit. My paladin's got the best deflection in the party, and they have 50 points on him at least. Combine that with the fact that any afflictions at all give them just a ton of extra damage. It's bad. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do to deal with them. I think the shanty singers just have to die first. That is the first thing we need to do, is kill those guys.
How do you do?
Which is difficult to do. Alright. Our most recent bounty is claimed. Rangers causing trouble. A slaver. Some kind of cult, looks like. And Captain Marmar, the pirate. Ranger's been waging a one-woman campaign of terror against travelers passing through Woodend Plains. Feeds her victims to the pack of wild animals that travel with her. Gallandalgard, the slaver, been spotted in Madmer Bridge. None of the local authorities are willing to touch him because he's got powerful connections, but some nameless soul is willing to put down coin to see he breathes his last. Not sure what to make of this one. Something about a murderous cult of druids led by one of those primordial things. Creature goes by Devwin. It looks like she and her followers have set up a cave in the North Weald. Captain Marumi mainly goes after Valen vessels, and his crew just made landfall at Anslog's compass. This is your chance to take him down before he sets sail again. Alright. Well, he has 4 tiers. This is the 3rd one. So I think we should be able to handle this pretty effectively, but the 4th one might ramp up in difficulty pretty sharply. It might. I don't know that for certain.
Last thing.
I know how you feel, Durance. Do people have to say something every time? And why doesn't Eater ever say anything? I've never heard Eater comment on this thing once. Maybe I have and I just don't remember. I don't know. Well, we're certainly getting work done. Taking care of stuff all over this area. Fixing the Deerwood. Ignore the riots over in Defiance Bay. I did my best. Okay, let's grab our stuff. Now, let's see what we have. What is this? Oh, right. This is a dagger? That's too bad. I'll hang on to it. Looks like it's can be bound to anyone. But no one uses daggers, really. Now, the other things that we got. This and this. So this one, plus 12 reflect and dimensional shift. It's a beam, foe beam, stunned. Once per rest, and then 12 reflex. 3 constitution. Yeah, that's actually a pretty big boost for him. The Chanter thing is helpful. Range damage, accuracy against beasts. That's helpful. I think more helpful than this. His reflex saves aren't great. I'll give him that. And shockingly, his will saves are pretty good. His concentration is not very good either. But it's now about the same as the rest of us. Right, and then that thing. I don't think it's worth taking off any of the helmets we currently use for that. I think ours are more helpful.
Well met, friend.
Sure. I might as well sell that. Need to distribute those potions at some point. Okay. Well, that is going to be it for this one then. So in the next one, we'll be picking up, heading out towards Raedric's hold to put him back down, I guess. I know it can't be that woman that raised him up, because, I mean, she was an animancer, but I killed her. I killed her dead. And unless she had a contingency in place and was powerful enough to preserve her own life after death and then still affect change in this world, there's no way it could have been her. Whatever raised him up, it's not good. I need to fix it. Again. I tell you, Gilded Vale has no end of hard times. Once that's dealt with, we'll just start knocking bounties off the list one by one. Hopefully, the plan would be we get all 8 of the remaining bounties here finished and deal with Raedric. Episode after that, we might spend the whole thing just mainly dealing with the Deerford Crossing guys, then going to Craghold Bluffs maybe. And then once we get all of that stuff done, we'll go to Twin Elms, we'll clear out the rest of what's going on there, and once we're finished with that, do some party quests, and then I guess finish the game, or whatever comes after all of that. That is all for this one, though. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.